In my family, I've always been second best, not the favorite, just Riley the accountant. Meanwhile, my brother Tyler has consistently been our parents' golden child. During our childhood, Tyler received the latest bike, while I got his hand-me-downs. On his birthdays, he enjoyed pricey gaming consoles. I received books or clothes. In high school, Mom and Dad attended every single one of Tyler's football matches, except they only come to one final when I participated in the debate competitions, which I actually won. Even then, half their time was spent chatting about how Tyler would have been proud. Grandpa's will was the ultimate expression of this lifelong partiality. Tyler inherited the 4-bedroom house in the best part of town, whereas I got the modest 2-bedroom on the suburb's boundary. I overheard Mom pleading with Grandpa to give Tyler the bigger house. "Dad," she'd say, "Tyler will need space for a family one day. Riley can manage in the smaller house." I never complained. In our family, Tyler simply came first. That's just how things were. So, I wasn't shocked at our routine family dinner when Tyler and his wife, Megan, made a big announcement, clearing their throats theatrically. "We've decided to sell the house," Tyler stated with a broad grin. I nearly choked on my drink. Megan, practically bouncing in her seat, added, "We're investing in an incredible opportunity." With excitement in their voices, they talked about Tyler's friend Jason, who had a revolutionary tech platform. Mom and Dad clapped in excitement. "How fantastic!" Mom exclaimed. "What kind of venture?" I inquired, a bit cautiously. Tyler waved his hand. "It's a tech platform that connects investors with startups. It's going to change the venture capital world." "We'll profit so much," Megan added, claiming a 300% return in just the first year. I placed my fork down. "That sounds risky," I remarked. "Look, your kids are young. Emma's 5, Jack's just 3. Is selling your house really wise? What about using your savings instead?" The room temperature seemed to plummet. Megan snorted, and Tyler shot me the familiar condescending smirk. "Riley," he said slowly as if to a child, "I went to Westmore College for finance. You're an accountant from community college. I might know more about entrepreneurship than you." I bit my tongue, resisting the urge to point out that Tyler barely graduated while I had honors and received 2 promotions in 5 years. Tyler then emphasized, "Grandpa gave me the bigger house for good reason. He knew I had a better business mind," suggesting as though this is the kind of venture Grandpa would have endorsed. I could have told him Grandpa reluctantly did it after Mom's plea, and that Grandpa would have been appalled by Tyler's plan to sell the house for a vague tech venture. I could have even mentioned Jason's history of failed startups. But why bother? Tyler and Megan had made their choice, and after a lifetime of being set aside, I wasn't inclined to save him from himself. "You're right," I said, sipping my water. "It's your decision." Mom beamed with pride. "We're so proud of you for seizing this chance," she said. Dad nodded, affirming Grandpa would be proud too. As Tyler and Megan excitedly talked about how they'd spend their wealth, traveling, buying a vacation home, sending the kids to private school, I stayed quiet, smiling and nodding appropriately. Meanwhile, I considered my small house's renovation plans I'd been personally funding. Recently, I completed the kitchen. Next would be the bathroom. Just 3 months after that fateful dinner, I was in my newly renovated bathroom, relishing a hot shower under my new rainfall showerhead when repeated buzzing from my phone interrupted. Initially, I ignored it, but after the 5th call, I turned off the water, wrapping myself in a towel, spotting 6 missed calls from Mom. It was not a good sign, prompting an immediate callback, water still dripping as I stood. Anxiety crept into my voice as I asked, "Mom, what's happening with Tyler? Can you come over?" "It's about Tyler," Mom replied, voice taut. Relieved, I drove into my parents' driveway an hour later and noticed an unusual pile of luggage and boxes on their porch. Emma and Jack bolted out as soon as I approached, nearly toppling me. "Auntie Riley, we're staying with Grandma and Grandpa now," Emma exclaimed. Mom appeared in the doorway, looking weary, while Tyler paced on the phone and Megan stared blankly at her laptop. "They had to leave the apartment," Mom murmured. "The rent was too high." Already having squandered their house money, after selling their home, Tyler and Megan immediately splurged on a Porsche 911, extravagant for a family with young kids, and rented a downtown luxury apartment. Tyler then left his secure job for an uncertain investment, a $500,000 plunge into Jason's business, ending with a lavish vacation. Jason says the first quarter is slow, Tyler said, masking worry. I slipped into the kitchen for water, Dad joining me. How serious is it? I asked. They've spent it all, Dad sighed. The rent was $4,000 monthly, the car $1,500, unsustainable with no income. Jason insists a breakthrough is near, he added grimly. In the following weeks, I watched Tyler scramble for work, accepting a car dealership job, a step back from banking. Megan maintained a facade, posting cheerful online updates. Nonetheless, my parents' modest retirement house was cramped for 6. Mom called, weary. Riley, dear, could you help? Groceries for everyone are tough. How much do you need? I offered. Anything helps, she said, strained. Agreeing to $600, I hoped it wouldn't strain me either. Her gratitude held a tinge of regret, seeking more. Soon, monthly $600 transfers became routine. Meanwhile, the Porsche remained, highlighting skewed priorities.